Shige and I'm Fringeish. I am a fat, non-binary yoga instructor, and I'm committed to helping folks learn how to take up space both on and off the mat. So today, excuse me, I wanted to go through just kind of a short 10-minute or so sequence that you can do at home with minimal props that can just kind of help you warm up the body and also take a little bit of time to focus inward and to really build the mind-body connection. I feel like for a lot of us in large bodies, we spend a lot of our time ignoring our body and kind of pushing it away. We don't want to think about it. So for me, yoga has been really instrumental in connecting back into my body. And it's been very empowering being able to do that. So we'll start with just a seated grounding. So you can have a seat on your mat, on the floor. If you like, you can sit on a bolster or a pillow or a couple blankets. Especially helpful if you have sciatica. You can sit cross-legged. You can sit in this butterfly style with your feet together, your knees out, or even a wide-legged stance. I like to lift up the belly, make room for the hip joint, so that I'm nice and comfortable. But please choose whatever option works for you. I like to bring the hands towards the body for the grounding, just to kind of keep that contact. And we're gonna have a nice straight spine if that's comfortable for you. You can leave the chin raised. I like to bring mine down a little bit. Gently close the eyes if you're comfortable with that. We'll take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth with a nice sigh. Just really letting go of the day. You can take a couple of those if you like. Just really taking a few moments to decompress. Letting the shoulders feel heavy. Noticing the spine, the base of the spine, really feeling it connect through the mat, through your seat, down into the earth. Feeling that unconditional support that the earth provides. The ground doesn't care if you were productive today. It does not care if you put on pants. It is just always there for you. And that support is constant and unconditional. And just take a few moments to really tap into that. We'll focus on the breath, maybe noticing the inhale, the pause at the top of the breath, and the exhale. Noticing the breath coming in through the nose, down through the throat, into the chest, the ribs, and diaphragm. On the exhale, feeling the belly soften, the ribs deflate, and the warm breath coming out through the nose or mouth. Taking a moment to just check in with the body. Notice if you're feeling any stiffness or any tightness anywhere that we need to maybe be careful of today, or that we need to maybe stretch out a little bit more today so we can be kind to our body. Just taking a little internal inventory. We'll slowly start to maybe move the fingers, move the feet, maybe a head roll, anything that really makes you feel just a little bit more at home. Beautiful. We're going to start with a standing warm-up today. So if you'd like, you can join me coming up. I'm going to come onto my hands and knees coming up through downward dog, but feel free to come up any way that works for you. I like to use blocks in my practice, but you don't need blocks. I'll demo just in case you have them. You can bring your hands to your blocks, coming into tabletop position, curling the toes under, lifting the sit bones up and back, coming into whatever our downward dog is today. So maybe your feet are on the ground, maybe your knees are up. Just taking a nice stretch in the back body. Stepping the feet forward. Putting a bend in the knee, sweeping the arms up. Bringing the hands down through heart center. Beautiful. So I'm going to turn sideways so it's easier for you to see. And we're just going to start by kind of waking up the shoulder joints. So finding a Tadasana for our legs for the moment. So our hips are about our feet are about hips width apart. Knees over ankles, hips over our knees. Finding a nice neutral pelvis. Nice straight spine, rolling the shoulders up and back. And on our inhale, we'll start to bring the arms up and down on the exhale. And if you like, you can involve the neck, gazing up on the inhale, down on the exhale. Just taking about 3 or 4 big breaths here. Beautiful. On the exhale, we're going to come into a forward fold, so we're going to hinge at the hips, bringing the arms down to the ground, taking a moment here. Now, if you want, you can use blocks here. You can also put your hands on your legs, fingertips on the ground. You can put a bend in your knee, whatever works for you. And we're going to start to come into a bit of a twist and just kind of wake up the mid-body. So I'm going to put a bend in my left leg, and on my inhale, I'm going to raise up my right arm and open the body towards the right. On my exhale, I'll bring the arm down, straighten the leg a bit, plant the right hand down, bend the right knee, and lift the left arm, opening to the left. Exhaling down. We'll do a few more of these on our own breath, inhaling up, exhaling down, inhaling up, exhaling down. 2 more. Beautiful. When we're ready, we're going to put a bend in the front knee, sweep the arms up, coming into just a little bit of a back bend. You don't have to go very far at all to feel this stretch. On our exhale, bringing the hands together down through heart center. Beautiful. Now that we've kind of woken up the joints, we're going to go through a Warrior II sequence today. So we're going to meet at the top of the mat in Tadasana. Our feet are about hips width apart again. Checking for that nice neutral pelvis. We have a tendency sometimes to stand with the hips forward or back. We really just want to find a nice neither nor position. On our next inhale, we'll bring the right leg back about 3 to 4 feet. So it's parallel with the back of the mat. Our front knee is bent. We're going to go ahead and lift the heel and turn it out just slightly. So we're at more of an 80-degree angle with the foot than a 90-degree angle. Our alignment should be, well, not should be, is often heel to inner line of the arch on the back leg. If you're off from that and that feels okay, trust your body. We're going to go ahead and keep that bend in the knee. Now you can have as deep of a bend in the knee as 90 degrees, or you can have a slight bend depending on your body and how it feels. Our hips are more towards the corner of the mat, but our chest, our shoulders are going to be facing all the way out to the side. We're going to bring the arms out as if they're coming straight out from the shoulder blades and gaze over the left fingertip. Taking a few deep breaths here. Really noticing on our inhale the engagement of the core, nice straight spine. Beautiful. On our next inhale, we'll flip the front hand And start to bring that up as we bring the back hand down the back line of the leg, coming into Exalted Warrior. Nice deep breath, keeping the bend in the front leg. Our gaze can be up towards our hand, or it can be just in front of us, depending on how your neck feels. On our exhale, we'll bring the arm back down, bringing the back hand out, so we're back in our warrior arms. And then we're going to bring the left arm down, so our forearm is against our thigh. Bring the back arm up and over into extended side angle. Now your arm can be in line with your spine, in line with your leg, if that works for you. If it's a little tight, feel free to bring the arm up. If you'd like to go a little bit deeper, you can bring your hand down towards the ground if you like, or you can keep it up on your leg. Taking nice deep breaths. Again, our gaze can be forward, our gaze can be up towards our hand, whatever's working for us today. On the next inhale, we're going to push through the heel and through the thigh, coming back up into our warrior two. Taking one deep breath here, and then stepping the feet together and coming into Tadasana. Beautiful. So we're going to do the opposite side. I'm going to come to the other side of the mat so that you can see what I'm doing, but feel free to stay where you are. So, again, finding our Tadasana, taking nice deep breath. On our inhale, bringing the left leg back. Again, finding that nice kind of almost parallel with the back. Bend in the front knee. Nice strong legs, nice straight spine. Our shoulders coming out to the side. Arms straight out. Gaze this time over the right fingertips. 3 breaths here. Feel free to kind of adjust as you're in the pose. This is really what the yoga is about. Feeling it in your body, finding out what works for you. On our inhale, we'll raise the arm up, bringing the back hand down the back line of the leg, coming into Exalted Warrior. Again, really noticing the sensations in the body. Noticing where we're feeling tension, where we're feeling release or stretch. On the exhale, bringing the front hand back down and the back hand up into our warrior arms. Bringing the right hand down so our forearm is resting on our thigh. Bringing that left hand up and over if that's accessible to us. Taking nice deep breaths here. Again, we do have the option to bring the front hand down if that's what you're feeling today. You can bring it down to the ground, down to a block, anywhere you like. On our next inhale, really pushing through the front heel, feeling the thigh engage as we come up. Beautiful, taking a deep breath. And stepping the feet together. Beautiful. We'll come into one balancing pose. We'll do chair today. So we're gonna have our feet, again, hips width apart, coming into Tadasana. Tadasana is the foundation for all of our standing poses. On our inhale, we're gonna start to sweep the arms up and bring the bum down into a bit of a squat. So the arms can come all the way up by the ears if that works for you. They can come straight forward, or they can even kind of stay on the hips. We have lots of options here. One more deep breath. On the exhale, straightening the legs, bringing the arms down for a forward fold. Again, option for blocks here, our hands on the legs, taking a nice deep breath. We'll go ahead and let the arms kind of ragdoll. Taking a moment, maybe grabbing one elbow with the other arm and kind of dangling. When we're ready, we can come down to our hands and knees, onto our mat. And we'll have a couple cat-cows.
So we're gonna start in tabletop with our legs apart. I like to put my wrists a bit ahead of my elbows because I deal with carpal tunnel. That helps me kind of protect those joints. On our inhale, we're gonna lower the belly, raise the head, raise the hips for cow. Exhale, round the spine, lower the head, lower the hips for cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Go on your own breath. We'll do 2 more. Feel free to add a little bit of movement, maybe moving the shoulders, moving the hips. When you're ready, finding a nice neutral spine, and we'll come down to seated. Beautiful. So from here, you can choose to either have a seated Shavasana, or you can lie on your back in corpse pose. So I'm gonna lie down. Resting, bringing the arms out to the sides. We can let the feet kind of fall open. Take a few deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, just really letting go. Maybe feeling the shoulders get heavy. If our back is a little sore, we can bring the knees up. Maybe adjust so that the bum is nice and flat against the ground so we don't have that space. If you're like me with the ample bottom. We have a couple of options for arms. We can have them next to us in what some people think of as a traditional Shavasana. You can have the arms out to the sides in a T, or my current favorite, arms overhead, spread apart, taking up all the space I need. Nice deep breaths. And really taking a few moments to try to clear the mind. Let go of anything we don't need. And try to find stillness. If you're like me and this is difficult for you, it's okay. It's difficult for a lot of us. What's helpful is to try to remember that you are not your thoughts. You're simply watching the thoughts. So as they kind of bubble up, we acknowledge them without judgment, without attachment, and just kind of let them flow. You don't have to chase them down, you don't have to store them for later, just notice them. And then come back to the breath, noticing the sensation of the inhale, the pause, and the exhale. You can take as long as a Shavasana as you need. You could stay here for 10 minutes, or as little as 1. When you're ready, we can sort of wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, bring a little movement back into the body. Maybe roll onto the right side, bringing the knees up, making a little pillow for the head out of the arm. Slowly blinking the eyes open. And when we're ready, making our way up. We'll take a couple breaths together to end the practice. If you're comfortable, you can bring your hands to heart center, thumbs towards the heart, fingers apart. Taking a deep inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Taking a moment to thank ourselves for our practice, for taking our time for ourselves.
And I'd like to thank you sincerely for sharing your practice with me. It means so much. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'm going to be trying to post videos regularly, so hopefully I'll see you again. You can also find me at fringeish.com and on Instagram at Fringeish. All that information will be in the box below.